Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since my last episode, so welcome back. Um, a lot has happened, so I'm going to give you a little bit of rundown on what has occurred since the last video. So Friday, October 12th, that's I guess how long it's been. It's been quite a while since my last video. That was the 6th chemo treatment for me. So I officially hit the halfway mark on Friday, August 12th. I wrote everything down so I could get here and look at it. It was exciting. It seemed like I'd never get there. It's been a long road already. You know, those treatments ahead of that, the 5 treatments ahead of that. And what's occurring now is the neuropathy is starting to spread a lot more in my hands and in my feet. It's occurring, but it hasn't ever gone away since after the first chemo. It's always been like in my fingertips. Well, now it pretty much is about this much of my hand, all the way up. Sometimes, like today, it's all the way down in here. Last night it was bothering me in here. So Margaret was massaging me, trying to loosen it up. It's like an ache right in the middle of my hand, right? Well, not in the middle, but like right here. Just this really annoying ache, along with the tingling of the neuropathy. And then my feet, it's starting to take over my entire feet for a little bit. Then it goes back to a little bit less than halfway up my feet. Makes it a little bit iffy going down the stairs sometimes in the morning. I gotta take my time, really take my time and hold on to the rail and make sure my feet are hitting every step. And so that's been happening a lot sooner now. And it's lasting a lot longer. The duration of the entirety of my hand feeling this way is pretty much every day. I'll wake up some days and it hurts all the way up to here. Like it just tingles, you know? Not as bad as in here, just a little bit, right up, all the way up in here. And my arm just feels like it's kind of like when you hit your elbow, your funny bone, and your arm just goes dead for a while. And you're just like, oh man, just like you can't get it to respond the way you want it to. That's kind of how it feels, you know? So that was the 12th. So then my second appointment, my 7th treatment was Friday, August 26th. That went really well. I'm still going to sleep automatically once they give me that one chemo with the Benadryl in it. Or that's not chemo, it's something else, but it's Benadryl, it's in it. And it just knocks me out. Just look at Margaret and say, I'm sleepy. And she'll go, I know. I guess you can tell by my eyes. And I just lay back and I go to sleep. And that's it, you know. That was my 7th treatment. That happened Friday, October 26th. Then, Friday, September 9th, I had my 8th treatment. Prior to that, we saw the doctor. She was excited about what was happening, my progress and everything. The fact that I have been able to stay at 80% of my dosage clear across the board. And they haven't needed to up it because of how well my body is responding. Because the PET scan, it had a PET scan also. The PET scan came back and it was great news. They were happy with the PET scan. And so she scheduled a CAT scan for me, which I had Friday, September 16th, which is just last Friday. I had the CAT scan. And it was just of from my chest down to my hips or my pelvis. I didn't do any of the neck area stuff, so I guess you're not concerned with that part yet. Maybe that will be like the last PET scan that I get, or CAT scan, whatever they're going to do once this whole process is over. And that was, just make sure that we're doing the way we understand it, or I understand it, just to make sure that all of this is okay. And there's no reoccurrence, or there's no signs of anything else in there. like there wasn't before. So I guess they're just double checking. You know, hey, check all you want. Better safe than sorry. You know, I want to be done, and I want to be done with this. But it's been interesting. I told her about my hands, told her about my feet. I told her I'm having real issues with my hip flexors right in here. I'll be walking, and then it's like the whole leg just goes dead. Like I just want to fall, and I have to like balance myself on my right foot. It's because mainly the left leg that goes out. It just goes out, you know. So that's why I'm real careful going up and down the stairs. I do my best to get my 6,000 to 10,000 steps in every single day. I do my best to do that. So as far as the pain though it's continuous. It basically doesn't go away. It gets better, but it gets better like Wednesday night, Thursday night, right before the Friday to my treatment. So I get a little tiny bit of relief. They gave me, I forget what medication it was they gave me, but they also gave me Norco. Not taking the Norco because it doesn't last 6 hours like it's supposed to. It only lasts sometimes 5. And then I'm awake and I wake up and I'm in pain. And I don't want to take it anymore as it causes constipation and you can get hooked to it. Talked to the doctor. She told me that the edibles would be fine. So I've been taking edibles. Helps me sleep through the entire night. I can lay down and I don't feel, it's just the pain is gone. And I just go to sleep and I wake up and I'll have pain during the day. I don't care. I just deal with the pain. I'll take some Tylenol or whatever. But I just deal with the pain. I don't want to be taking edibles all the time. I only want to take it when I need to sleep, and that's at night. So they were very enthusiastic about taking them because they understand what could happen with the Norco or any of the harder pain relievers that you can get addicted to. And I don't want that to happen. You hear a lot of bad stories about people who get addicted to stuff, you know. I mean, with Prince, Michael Jackson, who else? Rush Limbaugh got addicted to painkillers with his back surgery. You know, you think you're doing something good, that they're giving you something good, and in the end, it's the one thing that gets you, that messes you up, you know. So I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go down that road. I'll deal with the pain during the day, and then I'll take an edible if I need to sleep during the night, because the pain's a little bit, man. It's too much. I can go from the bed to the recliner to the ground to this room where there's an extra bed. I'll sleep here. I'll go back to the ground. I'll go back to the bed. And so now, and since the edibles, I'll take the edible, wait like 40 minutes or so, and then I'd look at Margaret and say, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. I was like, I'm out. And so I'll come upstairs, lay down in bed. I'm done. She comes to sleep. I don't even hear her. I am blasted asleep, and it's so good because I wake up in the morning and I feel great in the morning. The first time I took the edible, I woke up and I was groggy and I felt terrible because I didn't know how much to take, how much not to take, and I took a little bit too much. I had a gummy and I had a cookie and half a gummy, and that was too much. So now I know what I can have, and I'm fine, and I'm able to sleep throughout the night. I wake up, I feel good. I go downstairs, have my coffee, feel great. So, you know, the edibles work. One thing I was concerned with is I didn't know how it was going to affect me, how I was going to act or feel, right? The only thing I feel is sleepy. That's it. Tired. I don't feel high. I don't feel I don't feel like I'm out of it, right? Okay. So I can deal with that. I don't like feeling, and the one thing she said is do not smoke. Don't want you to smoke it because they don't know yet what the effects of the smoke can do on your body. Um, well, I mean, it's smoke. You're putting smoke in your body. Smoke of any kind isn't good. You know what I mean? Even around barbecue, it smells great, but you don't want to smell all that smoke because, well, you can't breathe. Um, so they just to be careful. No smoking it whatsoever. Okay, so now as a kid growing up in high school, yeah, I did like 4 times. Didn't like it. Anytime I did it because I don't like the feeling of feeling dumb. Um, so you're like, duh, I don't like that. It's the Beavis and Butthead thing, right? I don't like that feeling for myself at all. So that's why I don't do it. And I was concerned that I did not want to have that feeling with the edibles. Don't have that feeling whatsoever. That's fantastic. I just feel sleepy and a little out of it. It's like just a little bit like um like a little foggy, but not like I feel like I'm drunk or I'm that kind of stuff. I don't feel like that at all. I just want to lay down and go to sleep, which is great because that's exactly what I want to do. So I have 4 more appointments left. My last one is November. I wrote it down. Okay. My last one is November 4th. Seems like a long time, but it really isn't. This has been quite the road. At times it has been extremely frustrating, extremely aggravating. And then other times it's just been really rewarding in a weird way because I think that everybody kind of considers themselves that they can handle certain things, right? And, yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, it's not a problem. Oh yeah, but you don't know about this. You don't know how you can handle this. And, it's been rewarding in the fact that I have grown to understand what I can handle, what I can't handle. Okay. So some of the leg pain I can't handle. So I need the medications that I'm taking. And then some of the trials, the feet, the hands, all that kind of stuff, just pushing yourself through it, knowing that it's going to be there, knowing that there's not really much that you can do yourself, other than basically put your head down and just keep going and just trying to stay positive as much as possible. In the face of this happening a lot sooner and lingering a lot longer, making it more difficult to write, my feet, just making it difficult to go up and down stairs, and then the mouth sores. I had one that always it started coming early, but it was little and it was not a big deal. It's on the side of my tongue, not a big deal. So I do what they tell me to do. I take my mouthwash and stuff, and it's fine. Well, after the 6th appointment, this one on this side came out on the side of my tongue, and it's bigger and it's very bothersome. And so it's been hard to eat sometimes because it just rubs and it rubs. And I'll go and I'll brush my teeth and I'll brush my tongue and I'll hit the sides, right? And I'll go spit and I'll spit blood because I end up cutting them or opening them up, whatever. And that's fine because then maybe when I mouthwash and all that other stuff, it's going to help to get rid of them faster. But so that's a problem. I can't really eat certain foods because it hurts my tongue. And it's weird. It's like bread. I don't know what it is. I had a scone. It was hard to eat the scone. It was hard to eat the scone because it just like got stuck on this side. And see, you use your normally just use your tongue, and like move it around or whatever. And it really can't because it hurts. And so it was hard. So I got to stick my finger in my mouth, and it's just or drink something and try to swirl it all in my mouth and make stuff move, and so I can swallow it. And my saliva's, it feels thicker and it feels sticky from the chemo and what's happening. It's just those little things like that. The other thing that's happening now is I don't really have an appetite. So I wake up in the morning. I take my medications like normal. Have my coffee. I can barely taste my coffee. And then I'll need to make something to eat. Well, nothing. I don't want to eat anything. I don't have an appetite. I can't taste anything really. For the most part, I can't taste any flavors unless they're strong flavors. So everything is just like blah in my mouth. I got the sores on the side of my tongue, and in the morning they're worse because they've gone through the whole night of me sleeping, and so I really haven't been, doing the mouthwash or drinking a lot of water or my drink or anything like that. So everything gets sticky and dry in my mouth. I sweat and it's sticky. Everything is sticky. It's weird. It's just. I was outside yesterday. It was nice. It was breezy and cool yesterday. Which was Saturday, and so I'm outside. Margaret's doing yard work in the front, so I went out and helped her, and I pulled some dead bushes out, and I did some stuff, and wasn't bad, but I was like sweating. I was sweating like if I was working in the fields doing grapes, doing raisins. I was like, I am sweating so much. And Margaret's like, don't overdo it. Go in the garage and just sit down for a while, get some water. So I would go in the garage and I would sit down and I would kick back for a little while. And I would go back outside. I'd go back out and I would do a little bit and then just get really like tired and sweating and go back and sit down again. And I was like, man, I'm out of it. I mean, I'm out of shape, of course, because I haven't done anything. I've lost, I went from 189, I'm about 176 now. But I actually been doing a good job of keeping my weight up. But it's like the closer I'm getting to the finish line, the harder things are physically becoming. And so now I've learned to deal with all the other stuff, and now I have to learn to deal with this. Can't sit down very long. My legs will start hurting me. Get up and walk around. I'll do my laps in the house, just walking and walking and walking and walking. Don't really go up and down the stairs that much anymore because it is really hard to go downstairs right now. It's just been having to learn how to adjust to everything that is happening in my body, to my body, because of this illness and the chemo that they're giving me to kill this illness. And so I guess that part is rewarding because I'm learning. I've always considered myself to be very flexible. Like I can go into a situation and I can do my best to maneuver around that situation and make the best out of it, right? And I've always felt like I can do that. And now I'm having to constantly do that. Because it's always something. Every day it's always something. Like right now, just doing this hurts and this hurts. Why? I don't know. It just does. Is it the neuropathy? Is it the chemo that's affecting more of my body now than just my legs and my hips? It's just the fact that I've had to really concentrate and motivate myself to not just being down because I'm aggravated and frustrated. I need to keep moving and moving and moving, you know. So I've started doing a lot of crossword puzzles. So Margaret was like, hey, you need to do the crossword puzzles. You need to do some paints. You need to do some coloring. You need to get your hands working more. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you're right. So, you know, you have her, and me trying to motivate myself and trying to deal with all these situations and learning how to deal with the situations and learning to be as flexible as possible with whatever's going to get thrown at me today. And then her realizing that, okay, maybe I'm taking too much of a step back and saying, hey, you need to go do this now. Start doing these things now. So I'm like, okay. So started doing those things and starting to feel a little bit better. Like I said, the yard work yesterday, I'll sit in the backyard and just watch the birds fly over the top and have my little speaker out there and we'll listen to music and do my crossword puzzles, do some coloring. Painting, the painting I haven't done yet because it's a pretty big painting, but it's got all these little areas with numbers in it and you paint it, right? The areas are too small and my fingers ain't gonna work right now. Not gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to work with that afterwards when my fingers have more feeling in them. So I can feel like I know what I'm doing. Because sometimes I'll grab something sometimes and it's like I gotta like make sure I have it right. But other than that, we've been struggling along and making things happen, getting stronger mentally, sometimes a little bit stronger physically, and then I kind of pay for it the next day, next couple of days. And I'll go work out, I'll work out a little bit and then I feel great when I'm working out. And then the next couple of days, it's like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have done. And I didn't do much. And I just did a little bit on the bike. I did a little bit of work on the ground, on my core, leg lifts and stuff, did some stretching, nothing really crazy. And I was feeling it next like 3 or 4 days. It was hard because is it the workout or is it the chemo and the effects of the chemo on my body? Or is it the combination of the two? So, like I said, every day is an adjustment. So, I'm excited because I'm almost at the end. But it seems that the closer I get to the end, the more issues I have, the more complications arise, the more frustrations arise. Just looking forward to being done with this. It's been a long road, man. It's been a long road. My wife and my girls, they've been amazing. My granddaughters have been awesome. My sister has been awesome. My sister-in-laws have been awesome. Everybody's been great during this. It's been an eye-opener. It really has been an eye-opener. I visited with friends that I haven't seen in a very long time, and that has been really nice. They've come by and I'll sit in the garage at one end and they'll sit at the other end. And it's only when I feel good. And then we'll just have a conversation for a couple hours and stuff, and then I gotta go back inside because I get tired and they leave and stuff. But it was nice. It was nice to see them, and it was nice to have a conversation with them. It's been something else, man. Let me tell you, it's been something else. So that's all I got for you guys today. Have a great weekend. Have a great week coming up. And I'll try to get one back out after our next appointment. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. And it's almost over. We'll see you on the next one.